What? Where's that? Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Look who came to help. We are super busy today. We have CSA and we are also harvesting for market. So Jess decided she would come in and give us a hand before the real hot heat hits, right? Like it's been super hot. So as promised last night on my post, I said I would show you greenhouse number 4 and our beefsteak tomatoes, which are coming on like super good. These are doing pretty good. We don't have any ripe ones right now, but they're going to start. As you can see, the color is starting to tint up a bit. So what we need to do is we need more airflow through here. The foliage is getting super thick, as you can see. One thing I wanted to mention is we get a lot of questions on why are the leaves curling? There must be something wrong. No, there's nothing really wrong. This happens when you have excessive heat, which we have had, or high winds can do this, and as well as being dry. The plants are not dry at all. The soil is actually nice. It's nice and moist. As far as the nutrients and the drip system and all that, we will do that another time. But I just want to show you what Jess is going to be doing. Under the first truss, and maybe just one leaf above, she's going to take those off. And on the back side as well. And then that's going to, see, it exposes the truss for one. And it's going to give better airflow throughout. With these trusses, they are starting to get super heavy, as you can tell. And we are going to put the truss hooks on, and we will show you that later on. Actually, if I can find one right now, I will show you. Okay, so I'm going to get you to show them the hook first. Okay. This is called a J hook or truss hook. I won't go like that. We ordered these through Dubois Irrigation, and we're going to show you how they work. Because the tomatoes are getting so heavy, you don't want the weight of them pulling the truss off. So what Jess is doing is hooking it onto the string, and then takes the little J part and secures it onto there. And look at that. So this is what we're going to do on each. Do you want to do this one too? Yep. Onto each truss as we go. And sometimes you just have to play around with it. Yeah, that just secures it. It just helps take the relieve the weight by the main stem, and it stops it from breaking. So she's going to continue on and get rid of all of this stuff. So we will be back. Haley and I are going to go and harvest cucumbers so that we can do our drop and lean. So we'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Oh, and we also have our greenhouse bell peppers growing in here. And these are the reds, but we do pick at green stage as well until they start coloring up. So they're coming along very nice. And we do have more over in greenhouse number 3 as well. So let's go over and see what Haley's doing with the cucumbers. And our zucchini bed outside is doing amazing. We have zucchini coming on, and we should be able to pick these very soon. And we are in greenhouse number 3, where we have more peppers growing in the fronts, or in the front of this one. And Haley is back here in the cucumber jungle. Look at the cucumbers, guys. So yesterday, Haley and I both clipped these up on the strings, but now it's time to start dropping and leaning because there is no more room for some of these to grow up anymore. So there she is. Okay, oh, you're already starting. Did you harvest any cucumbers yet?
No.
Okay.
This side doesn't have many big ones.
Okay. So what she's doing is she takes the tomahawk or string hook down, let's show them over here. It's too hard to.
In that one.
Is there a spider? That's all right. It won't hurt you. It's a little tiny guy. So there, she takes it down.
That is not a tiny guy.
One. Where? Oh, it's big.
Unravel that.
Unravel it, and she's gonna basically drop the plant down to where the last plant was, and it gives it more headspace to grow up, and we'll just continue doing that. We do have videos on the drop and lean, so if you want to go back and look at any of those, you can, to get a better idea of it. But right now we got to get harvesting, and she's going to continue doing this, and we got to beat the heat.
Yeah.
Yesterday was brutal.
I should have clipped all the leaves off on this side all the way up, because now I'm going to have to go and
Yeah. That's right. So
Yeah.
she did clip off leaves that were in our way, in pathways, but now we don't want the leaves hanging on the ground. So that can be done after.
Yeah.
No big deal. So I'm going to get harvesting. I'll show you guys what we get. So I have harvested this one row, and I got 60 cucumbers. So here's the 60 cucumbers. I just wanted to mention, let me bring you down here. All right, so with your cucumbers, these are slicing, so of course you don't pick them at this stage, but these grow so super quick that within a couple days, these will be like that. And what you want to do is you just gently pop that off, and you always make sure you take the flower stem off, or the flower off the end of the cucumber, because it'll go slimy in your tote. You want to take these big ones off, because once they start going to seed, which this one here probably has a few more seeds in it, but not too bad yet, your plant will stop producing at the top. So for the first few cucumbers, you want to get the big ones off right away, and that just helps. You will not believe, once you start harvesting, how many more cucumbers will grow up the stem and just keep on producing. We have had one cucumber beetle in this greenhouse this year, and that was it, and the plants were like super small when that happened. We squished them, and we haven't seen one since. So I'm planning on about 60 cucumbers, just the large ones, per row, which means picking on both sides. And let's see what my final count is when I'm done. All right, there we go. We got 205 cucumbers, not as many as I was thinking, but I forgot I harvested twice this week for big orders, so it's still pretty good to go to market. And yeah, CSA will be getting a couple each as well. So I also want to mention this variety is a self-pollinating variety. It's called Corinto. These are all slicing cucumbers. We don't have any picklers in this greenhouse. We'll show you them in another greenhouse another time. But the self-pollinating are amazing. We always use this variety, and we always have great success. So we also have cucumbers started for when these start to die off. Once they start looking a little yuck, which they definitely aren't right now, we will pull row by row and replant. So, and then just keep them going. So anyhow, I'm going to leave Haley here, and I'm just going to show you how tall these plants are right now, because when we come back, you will see the difference. Right now, they're right up to the wire, and when we come back, she will be pretty much done. Eh, Hal? I'm going to head up and start harvesting cherry tomatoes right now, and I have to harvest onions. So we will be back. Let's go and see how Jess is making out first. So Jess is making progress in here, and as you can see, the tomatoes are now exposed and there's more airway. So she's got to go on to, once the next row over here is pruned up, then we'll have more airspace in throughout. So, Okay, I'm going up to harvest onions and cherry tomatoes, Jess. Oh, actually, I'm going to show them right here. Okay, let's go down here, guys. There. Now you can see how this is nice and airy in between. There's going to be a lot of airflow. The tomatoes we can now see. You don't want to take off too much foliage at this point, but they are looking good. Now, if they just start ripening, we'll have it made. Great job, Jess. Alright, so it is now 6 o'clock at night and everyone has gone home. So I just want to show you, Haley did a fantastic job of dropping and leaning. So now you can see these plants are all way lower than what they were. The only thing is, I will show you, and Haley mentioned this earlier, is we are going to have to go and get rid of all these leaves that are on the ground and on our bed. But that's not a big deal right now. We will get to that tomorrow. Now let's go over and see what Jess did. So let's see how Jess made out. Wow. These look absolutely fantastic. Everyone, look at these tomatoes. So beautiful, so much ventilation. She had 400 and I'm not sure how many are in here that she had to prune, and she did a fantastic job as well. Thank you to both Haley and Jess for doing, Haley for doing the cucumbers, Jess for the tomatoes. This is so perfect. So this is what we like to see. We like to see the trusses, and hopefully they start ripening a little bit sooner, and we still have to get these clipped up, but that'll happen another time. It was like super hot in here. Fantastic job done by all. Wow, the ventilation is absolutely perfect. So this is like real life. This is where we have intentions and things just don't go the way they should because we have so much to do. And it's been so hot and we're trying to beat the heat. Well, 6 o'clock at night and we're still going at it. So thank you all for sticking with us if you did through this video. But it's time to go. Bye.